Good morning, everybody. How are you today? So, we finished last period Newton's laws and unit 15. Then, today we are going to learn about a new lesson about minerals. What are minerals? So, this is our lesson today. What are minerals and what are some physical properties of minerals? Okay, when we learned about minerals in grade 4, only we defined minerals. And we said minerals are non-living solids. This is the first part, that have a crystal form. This is the second part. So, minerals are non-living solids that have a crystal form. And till now, we have more than 4,700 different types of minerals are discovered on Earth. Okay? Then, minerals include different types of elements. Okay? So, some minerals include copper, others gold, others calcium, like this. Now, what are the main physical properties of minerals? What are the main physical properties of minerals? Okay, we said physical properties means what? Physical properties means properties or characteristics. We can observe them or measure them directly. Okay? The first physical property in our lesson about hardness. Number 2, luster. Number 3, cleavage. So hardness, luster, and cleavage. Let's begin step by step. What is hardness? Some minerals harder than the others. Okay. How we can know or classify these minerals according to the hardness? So, Frederick Mohs, this scientist, put a scale, and this scale includes numbers from 1 to 10. You'll see this scale in your book at page, I think, 416 and 417. So, this scale includes 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Okay? And here we can see talc and the last one, diamond. So diamond has 10 in this scale and talc has 1 in this scale. So diamond is the higher hardness and talc is the lowest hardness. So hardness means if a mineral can scratch another mineral. Okay? So, if the mineral can scratch another mineral, we call it this harder than this. So, the hardness of this mineral greater than the hardness of the other one. Okay? So, this is the meaning of hardness. The second physical property about luster. So, luster means what? But before luster, let's remember reflection. Reflection means what? Is the bouncing of light or reflecting of light. Okay? Now, so some minerals or elements appear very bright, like gold. Okay? Others, like for example, like glass. And the third one, without any bright. And we call the last one earthy elements. So, luster means what? The reflection of light or the bright of this element. So we can classify minerals into 3 different groups. The first group, we call it metallic. The second one, earthy. And the last one, glassy. So, if the mineral is very bright, we call it has metallic luster. Without any bright, earthy. Like glass, glassy, pure. Okay? So the second physical property of minerals, luster. And we said luster means the bright, okay? The bright of this mineral, or tells you about the reflection of light about this mineral. Okay, so if the reflection is so high, it will appear very bright, like metallic minerals. Okay, so this is the second physical property. So we skipped hardness. Hardness tells you, or a mineral can scratch another mineral. And Mohs, the scientist Frederick Mohs, put a scale from 1 to 10 to tell you about the hardness of different minerals. So talc is the softest and diamond is the hardest. Then luster means the bright of this mineral. It depends on reflection of light. So if it appears very bright, metallic, then earthy, then glassy. Okay? The third physical property about cleavage. Cleavage means when you wanna break a mineral. If you wanna break a mineral, for example, if we have mineral like this, and you wanna break this, some minerals, when you break it, it will be like knife. Okay? So, if the cleavage is straight, like these parts, this we call it, they have a cleavage property. They have a cleavage property, and this especially occurs with hard minerals. Okay? The second thing, or the second idea here, some minerals like talc or gypsum or calcite, when you want to break it, it will be small, like small parts, not like knives. They'll not be straight. Okay? This we call it what? Fracture. So some minerals have cleavage property and others have fracture property. Okay, so what is mineral? Is a non-living solid that has a crystal form, and these solids appear in different shapes, like prism, like for example like this. So like pyramid, like this pyramid. Other minerals, and they are repeated. So we said they have a crystal form, and these things are repeated. Then the second, for example, like this shape, for example, or hexagonal. So they appear in different shapes, okay? And they include the same set of elements, we call it elements. So, for example, iron comes from where? And magnets comes from where? So there is a mineral, we call it magnetite. We can separate Fe3O4, this is the magnet, natural magnet, and P or pyrite, and this pyrite includes what? Includes elements. So minerals include elements, sometimes the same type or more than one type. Okay, some physical properties till now you have to know about the hardness, and we said Frederick Mohs put a scale, and this scale from 1 to 10. This from 1 to 10. The softest is talc and the hardest is diamond. You can see this in your book. See all of them. Not only talc and gypsum and, for example, gypsum, fluorite, calcite, like this, topaz, and diamond is the hardest mineral on earth. Then we continued after hardness with luster, and we said luster means the reflection of light, the bright of this mineral. Okay, then cleavage. If the piece is small or not straight, we call it fracture. Straight, we call it cleavage.